Imagine this. Tomorrow, at exactly 9:17 a.m., every phone on Earth vibrates at the same time. Every TV broadcast is interrupted. Scientists make an announcement. We have proof. The entire universe is a simulation. For a few seconds, the world falls silent. Then, everything changes. But let me ask you something. What would actually change in your life? Would the sun stop rising? Would gravity suddenly disappear? Would the people you love become any less real? Probably not. Because even if the universe were nothing more than code, you would still feel. You would still love. You would still exist. And that's exactly what makes this idea so unsettling. Because maybe the real question was never, are we living in a simulation? Maybe the real question is, what does it actually mean to be real? For thousands of years, humanity has searched for that answer. Philosophers, religions, scientists, all searching for the same truth. But then, something unexpected happened. The more we discovered about the universe, the stranger it became. Particles behave in ways that seem impossible. Space bends, time slows down, and mathematics appears to describe reality itself with terrifying precision. That's when one philosopher asked a simple question, a question so simple that no one has been able to answer it with certainty. His name was Nick Bostrom. In 2003, he published a paper that completely changed this debate. The idea was surprisingly simple. If a civilization survives long enough, its technology will keep advancing. Just look at us. Only a few decades ago, video games were little more than colored blocks. Today, we create entire worlds, realistic faces, human voices, artificial intelligence. Now imagine, not 50 years of progress, not 500, but 1 million years. What could a civilization that advanced create? Maybe entire universes, filled with stars, planets, oceans, and conscious beings who would never suspect a thing. If that's possible, why create only one simulation? Why not millions or billions? That's where Bostrom made a simple observation. If billions of simulated universes exist, and only one original universe, which one is it statistically more likely that you were born into? It's a probabilistic argument, not proof, but it's remarkably difficult to dismiss. That's when people started looking at reality a little differently, and they began noticing some strange coincidences. Take light. Nothing can travel faster. But why that exact limit? Is it simply a law of physics? Or is it a limitation of the system itself? Then there's quantum mechanics. At the smallest scales of reality, particles don't behave like tiny solid objects. Until they're observed, they exist only as probabilities. Some people compare this to a video game, where the world is rendered only when the player gets close. Could our universe work the same way? Probably not, because that's only an analogy. Quantum mechanics explains these phenomena without requiring a simulated universe. Even so, the comparison remains fascinating. And maybe the greatest mystery isn't whether we live inside a simulation. Maybe the real mystery is understanding what it truly means to be real. If this made you see the universe from a completely different perspective, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments. If you knew, with absolute certainty, that we were living in a simulation, would you really want to know the truth?